Hello troops and toots, Gondor here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy. Last time, well, I explained about the various problems that I used to have, and hopefully they won't appear anymore. I hope. But now that things are back to normal, I can finally start playing this game again, properly. And, as we already know, the good news is that I can now record longer than 15 minutes, so that should be able to help catch up on some things. And plus, I won't need to keep looking at some sort of timer. Well, I suppose I could, so that my videos don't go for too long. But I can tell you the only one problem that I currently have is there's sometimes fraps that can, well, only very rarely, but it can sometimes have a bit of slowdown because the FPS ends up starting to decrease. So hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Also, I would also like to point out that you guys might, well, you should be able to hear me now. I should have really mentioned that in the last videos, but yeah, you should all be able to hear me perfectly because I've changed some of the settings to allow you to actually hear me, unlike in the test video where I think I couldn't, well, you could hear me but it was kind of drowned out. The only one other major, well, I wouldn't really call it if it's a major problem, it's something that might be easily fixed but I don't know how to, is that the game volume might be loud even though that you can still hear me on what I'm saying. So I don't know how to fix that, so it looks like the only way is on your guys' end is to actually lower the volume on your computers and see if that'll kind of help it. But you know, I just don't know how to lower the game volume a bit and keep my voice loud enough so you guys can hear it, because every time I do change some of the volume settings, it ends up like going back to square one where you can hear my voice but it's slightly drowned out. So yeah, I just don't know how to deal with that. So like I said, the only way that kind of can be fixed is if you guys actually turn down the volume on your computers. But anyway, enough about that, let's get back to the game. So, Eddie, just like always, he seems to take the brunt of the damage even though that Jack's the tank. So I'm going to have to heal him up. Luckily I got plenty of heal potions. I may have to actually leave and come back, you know, so I can get properly healed up and restock my potions. And as always, we'll get into fights with fire elementals whenever we step in front of some treasure chests. You know, not all treasure chests, but some treasure chests. I mean, come on, they weren't that cruel and allow you to get into fights with fire elementals when you step into every single treasure chest you see in here. I mean, that just wouldn't be very nice of them, would it? So yeah, so hopefully things should go well. We got a giant sword. I'm not going to equip it because the giant sword, if I remember, it is good, but it's a weapon for your fighter. It will lower your fighter's attack, but it will increase his hit percentage. Lightning too. So yeah, so if you're the kind of person who's into being able to actually hit your enemy and not bothering about the strength, then by all means you can equip it, but I'm going to stick with the silver axe because for fighters I'm always into actually being able to hit be able to deal more damage to them instead of accuracy. But sometimes I do go for accuracy as well. You know, especially if it's, you know, if it's a weapon that is really, really strong, but it completely lowers your accuracy to about single digits, then there's no way I'm going to equip it. But if it's about maybe say 70 accuracy, then sure, I'll have it equipped. And I just saw a bit of slowdown there. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. I think it's because of the emulator that I'm using. Because if anyone knows, the previous one I used was FCEXU, I think. And unfortunately that one, Fraps doesn't record with it. No, Eddie doesn't use magic. Items. I want items. So yeah, unfortunately, this is the only emulator that I could use that Fraps actually records. So yeah, I was kind of hoping that it would work with my previous one, but nope. But what can I do? I mean, I'm already, well, we'll say, well, this is the fire, so after we do all of this, we'll get two orbs to go. So I could say we're actually about 2/4 through the game. Because the way I see it, I split it up into chapters, right? The first quarter of the chapter is unlocking the way to the outer continents, so you can actually bring the light back to the crystals. So basically, chapter 1 is when you start in Corneria, do all of that, do all the stuff in Elfhelm, and get the crystal eye, and get the herb to wake up the prince, and get the TNT to the wee dwarves. You know, all of that's chapter 1. Chapter 2 for me is the earth orb and the fire orb. Chapter 3 is the next two orbs, and the final chapter, chapter 4, is going to go and fight the final boss. So yeah, that's how I deal with it. Unless of course if you're playing the Dawn of Souls version or the PSP remakes, then you'll have the extra dungeons, in which case you would have 5 chapters. So basically chapter 5 would be the bonus dungeons. And I do have the PSP remake. I've done all of the bonus dungeons, and for anyone who has the PSP remake, you'll know what dungeon I'll be talking about here. The only dungeon that I've not finished is the one that is hidden within the Chaos Shrine. Like well, if you can't remember, it's the one where, I think if you go back to Corneria, and there's this like guy in a robe, and then he leaves, and then you need to find him, but he ends up at the Chaos Shrine, and then he opens up this little secret door right at the back. And then yeah, that dungeon. That's the only dungeon I can't do, because there's a specific floor on there, and I always get it when I'm about halfway through, and I just can't do it. I can't remember what floor it is, but well, I just don't even want to think about that particular floor. But well, when I say I can't remember what it is, basically what I mean is I can't remember the name of the floor, but I can remember what it entails. It's one where it's a big huge room, right? There's nothing in it, and you need to find something that I think is buried in the floor. But whenever you search, there's like something that tells you that you need to move a certain way. But I think, now I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that it can also tell you to go diagonal ways, but it doesn't actually tell you what diagonal way you're supposed to go. So basically, it could say go diagonally 5 spaces and down 2, you know. But it doesn't say go diagonally left or diagonally right or diagonally down left or down right, you know. Well, even if it said then go diagonally left or diagonally right, even then it would be a problem because you wouldn't know if it was diagonally up or diagonally down. But I know what the boss is of that little dungeon that I'm talking about. I think it's called Chronodia. So if anyone's actually managed to make it there, then you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. The only reason I know that is because, well, I've looked up on YouTube. And basically this boss looks like a merged version of all oops, slow down. It looks like a merged version of all the like crystal bosses that you fought. Oh, slow down. I think it's slowing down because there's 2 fire elementals. Wow. Yeah, I think it's slowing down because there's 2 fire elementals on screen. Come on, just kill one of them so this slowdown can stop. Oh, thank you. Oh, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I think I might have to stop doing some NES games for a while. But yeah, I don't even know why it's doing that. I mean, I've got my Fraps settings to 60 FPS. And I don't want to go any higher or any lower. Well, to hell with it. I'm keeping this footage. I don't care. Right, treasure chest. Pete's. No. We'll see how they like when I run from them. Because right now I just can't be bothered fighting them. Right. Silver ring. Silver helmet. A heal. Cabin. Right, enough with the slowdown. Come on. 1975 gil. A grey worm. Right, come on. Enough with the slowdown. Oh, jeez. I tell you, if you guys could see this FPS, it's literally just going haywire. Literally. It's going up and down and up and down. Right, got pure. 1455 gil. 1520 gil. 1760 gil. Silver shield. Silver axe. And a heal. Alright, that's them all. Ah, right, okay, just one of them. Alright, well, that's fine. But yeah, this FPS on Fraps, I'm pretty sure it's just the emulator, because it doesn't do that with any of the other ones. I mean, it never done that with my GoldenEye when I uploaded the last 2 parts. And it never done that with the test video. So I'm terribly sorry if there's any I'm terribly sorry if there's any bits of slowdown. But I just don't know what to do. Seriously. But if Fraps could have recorded from the previous emulator that I was using, then fair enough, it might have worked better, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it. Let's use Quake. I don't think we've seen Quake. That's ineffective. Felons are cracking timid. Yeah. So basically what Quake does, right, enough with the slowdown, come on! Sorry if I'm shouting, guys, but This is really starting to get on my nerves. But like I said, I don't care. I'm just gonna upload this anyway. Right. Oh, come on. 30. Right. Enough. Yep, it's just jump between numbers. You know what? Let's see. I'm just checking my time. Yeah, you know what? This is probably going to be slightly short, but I'm going to stop the video here, let Fraps cool down for a minute, and I'll get back to you soon. But what I'm going to do is that off screen, I'm going to head back to Crescent Lake, go and restock my items and heal up, and then we shall continue on. Oh, and before I forget, this door that I'm standing outside, there's nothing up there, okay? No treasure chest whatsoever. You can go and check if you want, but there's definitely no treasure chests here. So, I shall see you guys in the next video. So I'll see you then.